Hey everybody, clearing. Okay, so this is going to be a divine masculine and divine feminine check-in. I'm not going to do necessarily a support reading today. I'm feeling just more to see where each of the twins are thinking and feeling, wishing and doing kind of thing, what their biggest challenges are at this time, and then pull a card for the union spaces. As I was shuffling, I saw my after tarot, and just as I was thinking, what energies are the twins working towards, the deck kind of fell and split, and we got reunion and equal give and take. So isn't that the way? We're always working towards union and reciprocity. It's funny because we often, when we're in times of solitude, we actually forget that it's happened before and we can trust it. So what I've felt in general for the collective is we're going through enough of these cycles now that we're learning our twin isn't going anywhere, that the love is still there, even when these deal-breaking energies happen that would probably separate anybody. The twins still resoundingly hold space for each other time and time again, and that is its own form of consistency and reciprocity. So do remember that. Do remember that deeply. And another one that's been coming through today beautifully is the concept of the seventh day of rest. When we are so driven to excel and to keep growing, that letting go component, the separation, is actually our seventh day of rest type energy. We have to take space to integrate. So be proactive with that, not ego triggered with it, but when it happens, when you're feeling inspired to withdraw, to let go, to rest, start associating those periods of separation with integration, recalibration, appreciation. I'm just laughing because I'm hearing use your imagination to your advantage about that so that it feels good to you. And so you can come back for the next cycle. Each day, each phase, each season, each cycle has its purpose in this journey and all other aspects in life. So when it's time to let go, do it with grace, because that's a necessary part of any process. It's a divine template. So instill it into your twin connection. All right, awesome. Beautiful. So what is the energy that the divine feminines are most supported to be aware of? Where are they resonating? What is the pinpoint of energy that the feminines can view for today? Transition 43, love you. Okay, frequency of transition supports our deep understanding of the ever-changing nature of existence and our lives so that we can learn to let go. Yeah, so this is that motion of letting go. Surrender to the process and allow transition to occur with grace and ease. Didn't I just channel that? You know, grace and ease are a natural component of nature. You plant the seed and it grows. Nature wants to do that. But there is a dormancy, there is a rest period, and it keeps coming back around. There is a preparation before an action, a contraction before a rest period. It is cyclical like that. Everything comes back around. It's never ending, it's eternal. So learn to flow with it. Learn to embrace it with ease and grace. And for the masculines, what is it that the masculines can see? Empowerment. Yes, the masculines really are finding their stride with empowerment, honesty, integrity, activation, showing the world the real them. The frequency of empowerment supports our ability to show up fully and completely, uniting us with others in a deep trust that we're all connected through the same source. This is a gorgeous energy because the masculines do not commit to this journey and to their feminine in union until they can trust themselves, until they are fully trustworthy, until they have connected so fully and completely with Source that that is no longer an insecure connection, and they can bring that same trustworthiness into this twin dynamic. Wow, so masculines, keep learning, keep growing, keep anchoring, keep becoming that which is trustworthy. Keep shedding light on any areas of insecurity, on any areas of doubt. Keep building your confidence. Keep doing it. You are doing it. You're doing amazing. All the twins are doing amazing. It's these subtle energies that hold the stronghold, that seem like they are insignificant to overcome. The twins know that isn't the case. We're so finely refined and attuned that nothing short of perfection will do. And it is this subtle energetic navigation that we are the specialists in. So keep it up. Okay, I'm gonna shuffle all these decks. I've shuffled everything 5 times today. It's the number of change. It is the number of transmutation. I'm going to continue by shuffling every single deck here twice. That's a 20 number. 22. Okay, sure. Shuffle, shuffle. What are the twins thinking about each other? What are they feeling on the heart space for each other? I guess, what are they thinking about the connection? What are they feeling on the heart space for each other? What are each wishing for the connection? What actions are being taken that are putting each twin straight in alignment for union? What is the biggest challenge facing each twin at this time? And I'm hearing, let's have a talk about it. What is the spirit guided solution for that challenge? And where are each of the twins' energies going, evolving into, so that union can come in? Okay, what is the divine feminine thinking? Oh, I'm going to do one more shuffle for the union cards, starseeds. Okay, everybody, deep breaths. Here we go. I'm really feeling this is going to be instructional. Not sure why, but open to really sincerely understanding this journey is a thing. Okay, so what is the divine feminine thinking of the connection? Ooh, Empress and blessings. So blessings came out in the reverse. So the Empress here, divine feminine, queen of all queens, is really showing up into this connection, knowing that no matter what things look like on the surface, it does not take away her Empress scepter. This is the queen of all queens. Divine feminine, you've earned your rightful place on this throne. Look at how she's leaning over to the side. It's kind of, she's being magnetically repelled from the blessings of the connection right now. So this can mean that she's not feeling like the masculine is prioritizing, and therefore she is not prioritizing. Energy works that way. The whole twin dynamics is polarity, it is frequency, it is magnetics, it is electrical. Every analogy you can use in that light to describe what's happening between you and your masculine is not wrong. So what is the masculine thinking about the connection at this time? So we get that the feminine is kind of repelled by the masculine. The blessings are not coming in, they aren't being exchanged, and so the feminine is bored, leaning away from it, repelled. The masculine, what is the masculine thinking? Knight of Wands. The masculine is feeling a drop in the passion. 4 of Swords, rest from, okay, the Lord of rest from strife in the reverse. Masculines are feeling like they are burning the candle at both ends of the stick, and that they don't have the life force energy to focus in to the connection right now. So masculines, you need to rest more. You need to recoup your energy. You're spreading yourself too thin, and I'm hearing manic again. So if your vitality, your spark for life if you're riding on an adrenaline high right now and not grounded, this is very much reflecting in how your feminine is feeling for you. She's being kind of repelled by that energy at this time. So feminines, if you're feeling like you're getting that nudge to let go, it's because your masculine is kind of, I'm hearing running off the rails. There's some manic energy here. So masculines, in order to restore balance in this connection at this time, you're going to have to do what you can to pull in the reins and rest. What you do for self, you do for twin. So if masculines, you're feeling like your divine feminine has pulled away, that's because you're acting crazy. If you're not resting, masculines, you're not going to feel that nurturing from your feminine. If you're not treating yourself with that kindness, it's not going to happen. And feminine, yeah, if your masculine's not being accountable, there's no reason why you need to codependently overcompensate for that. Let's see what the union space energy is. Just as I said that, it was 11 on the counter. Okay, so dimensional planes of perception number 4, intention, mental breakthroughs, and ideas. Wow, it's really clicking for the twins about how this energetic connection or disconnection thing works, and when it's compatible or not, when it's polarized or not, when it's magnetized or not. I just did a personal reading that used the analogy, follow your north node, don't let things go south. You know, that south-south, things are going downhill. Masculine and feminine are starting to see how much they affect each other energetically, and what happens in their connectivity, their connection, when one or the other is doing something that is not in empowerment or balance, how that affects the desire, the passion, the authenticity, the truth of the connectivity. Wow, this is on the conscious mind, everybody. So this is really beautiful how both twins are kind of seeing these things. Masculines might be too busy to be noticing. So if you're watching this, let me know in the comments, because I'd love to hear how that's feeling for you. Okay, for the feminines on the heart space, for the masculines, what are we seeing? The Hanged Man and Wonders. Wow, the feminines aren't seeing the signs. Wonders is in the reverse. So the feminines have seen the divinely guided synchronicities drop off, and they're wondering why that is. In the Hanged Man, there is this enlightenment, but there's a letter Y in the ropes. And this is really interesting. This raven has a pentacle, and the raven is here to bring a physical token right now. Signs and synchronicities often come in forms of the intangible, of scenarios, of songs whispered on the wind, of orchestrated examples playing out for our consideration. Surreal things that happen, that catch our attention, that mean something to us in an intimate way that only the divine could illuminate in those ways that complete the story, that show us the missing piece. You know it, twins, it's like a wonderland. That's dropped off right now because this is coming into the physical. So this pentacle, it's time to ground it. So feminines are really feeling the readiness, the receptivity to bring in genuine offers from the masculine, true sharing of time, authentic gestures of apology or communication, or a genuine need, or sorry, not need, but a genuine offer of, hey, how are you? Those kinds of things. The feminines know that they only want to give in to this connection when it's authentic, when it's justified. And there has been a cooling of the emotions, like the spiritual aspect of this has been validated. The emotional loyalty has been embraced. The logical mind has been satisfied as to why this love is more important than the fear. And now it's time to land it in the physical. The feminines are really feeling like they are ready to embrace a show in the physical from the masculine. I'm hearing the feminines going, I get it already, divine, now show me some proof in the physical from my masculine. Okay, what are the masculines feeling? Ooh, Two of Cups in the reverse and Queen of Swords in the reverse. Ooh, there's that Queen of Swords coyote energy that we've been seeing. So wow, there's a lot of projection right now. So the masculines, actually, some of them are exhausted and they're misconstruing this Queen of Swords energy. If you've been watching my readings lately, there's been a theme coming through of this Queen of Swords, this non-divine feminine energy, counterfeit divine feminine energy that has been around the masculines, feeding them with flat out lies, or at very least some sort of a fool's gold type glittery thing that has been distracting them. It's been causing the masculines uncertainty about the connection, and that really is an interesting thing, because the love is here, it's on the table, but it's in the reverse, and it's really allowing, the masculines are being allowed this freedom right now to really find the truth for themselves about the authenticity of this connection or not, as it relates to a very, very reasonable counterfeit, like a hair off of divine feminine energy. When we're coming into mastery, we start with these great grand polar opposite extremes, and as we come into the middle, we get down into such a minute splitting hairs energy. And here we are with the masculine really understanding feminine, divine feminine versus things that are almost perfect. And so the masculines are continuing to sharpen that sword of truth. And look at, we do have the twin flame caduceus here. So there could be a false twin flame in these masculines' lives right now, but feminine, you are very much on their mind. Doesn't have to be that for everyone. It could be for some a mother energy cautioning the masculine against the connection and having a very convincing argument. Could be any other energy. That's just one example. It could be any number of beliefs. With the swords, though, it's a thought, a paradigm that seems to be challenging the authenticity of the love here on the heart space. So masculines, you're really taking a fine-tooth comb to this, and feminines, you're really ready for a real show of connection. And the union space energy, divinity, honor, responsibility, and humility. So be humble, twins, right now. This is where it gets real, is what I'm hearing. So be very sincere. I mean, I keep saying authenticity, a genuine, sincere, sovereign, autonomous. These are the languaging of this thing coming into land. It is 100% divine. There's no room for those less than energies here. And so, yeah, it's painstaking. Yes, it's crazy making at times, but we are seeing temple of perfected essence. This is the perfection template. So yeah, take your time, know what you're doing, be conscious, do it right. But this is the assurance I'm hearing that this is divine. It is your honor. It is to your honor, and it is your sacred responsibility to be sure. This is not something that you need to jump into until you're at this place where you can humbly say, this is what I am and it is what it is. So yeah, I've never seen such a realistic energy on the heart space as that, twins. It's profound. Okay, what are the feminines wishing for this connection? Stepping out of the comfort zone, twin flames, two of wands, two of flames, going forward. Feminines, you are truly wanting to go forward with your masculine. You want your masculine to step out of their comfort zone and meet you in the new dawn. What are the masculines wishing? To return, 8 of Cups, in the reverse, which is the return, the coming back around, not letting go. And Princess of Swords. Wow, the masculines are not wishing to just watch at a distance anymore. They are wishing to come back. They are wishing to know what to walk away from. And they do know that they don't want to walk away from the feminine. They don't want to do that. So they're really studying, they're researching, they're searching their hearts for that middle ground, the happy middle ground way that allows for the groundedness of this connection right now. Three of Cups is the friendship. It's not just third-party situations. The Eight of Cups often talks about walking away from the friendship. So the masculines right now are tenderly aware of the friendship that resides in this connection, and they are not wanting to walk away from at very least, the friendship here. And they want to know how they can do that, because there are these third energies, and it's super interesting because there is that potential of a false twin flame right now. And so the masculines could be still on the fence about exploring that, and then also not wanting to lose the friendship of the feminine here. For those who that false twin flame does not resonate with, this is how to keep the balance and not go into a further cycle of separation that totally disconnects from contact. This is still keeping some contact, casual contact, even when there's a need for rest. Very mature energy. What is the union space? Yeah, radon, autonomy, self-fulfillment, and non-reaction. So yeah, the masculines don't want to be so distant when they need to rest, and feminines are ready to just wait until the masculines do feel comfortable moving forward. Like there's no conditionality and time crunch. It just is what it is kind of energy. Okay, what are the feminines doing that will bring this connection into union from their side of it? They're being okay with the fact that the masculine's not sharing their emotions and admitting the love here. Darn it. Okay, simplicity in the reverse means that the feminines know it's complicated, but at the same time it's not so complicated. There is love. Masculines, we know you love us. No matter what you say, we are attuned to the divine, and we know you love us, and that is the simple truth. But you make it complicated. We both make it complicated. It's awkward AF, masculines sometimes, but we are sure, feminines are sure you love us, and so we're hanging on to that inconvenient simplicity. No matter what it looks like, no matter what the smoke and mirrors are, we are finally just understanding the love and letting you do you in all of your eccentric ways. And masculines, what are you doing that's most advantageous for bringing this into union? Wow, Three of Swords. You're really looking at the subconscious drivers with the moon here, divine feminine energy. You're continuing to split hairs between that counterfeit energy, the counterfeit beliefs, the allegations against the feminine versus the authenticity of the feminine. Masculines, yeah, across the board here, you are really up in your head, in your energy. If you're not conscious of this, your heart is feeling the navigation of your feminine versus anything that's not your feminine, that's in somehow misalignment with you aligning with your feminine. You're continuing to dive into that, whether you know that's what you're doing or not, because the moon is secrets. It is the subconscious. Masculines, you may not even know you're up to this pursuit, but you really are. You really are in the final throes of understanding the difference between your feminine and aligning with your feminine and anything else that you have had lack of clarity on. What is the union space thing card? Golden potentiator, quickening, exponential expansion. Yeah, so feminines, I'm hearing you're anchoring the knowledge of the simple truth of this love, and you just owning that, just being in it without taking things personally, just riding along, going with the flow, is allowing your masculine the space to really get this lesson under their belt quickly, exponentially. So masculines, yeah, and feminines, oh, I love it. There's another 43. So yeah, you are loving you, love you, love you. Feminines, you're in this transition with the grace, with going with the natural process of this whole connection. You're in that, and that is bringing in the self-love that allows your masculine to focus on the self-love that allows him to absolutely come to the bottom of his own or their own understanding of reality in a way that truly exemplifies their own self-love. It's all about self-love right now. The actions both twins are taking, really about self-love. Masculines are really learning what self-love is, so they know what energies, so they know that they can trust the divine feminine when the divine feminine says, I love you. The masculines can be trustworthy to say, I know. Wow. Okay, so what is the biggest block for the feminines right now? We have divine masculine here with changes. So the biggest challenge for feminines right now is all the changes that this cheeky monkey is going through right now. Look at how a little bit devilish the grin is on that masculine. He's like, ha ha, ha ha, look at me go, I'm all that. And the feminines are a bit challenged by that because it's kind of egoic. Masculines, you're coming into your own, and the feminines know that this is threatening to be a little bit egotistical, and they're challenged by releasing you completely to just be in that exploration while you ground your own empowerment on that level. So yeah, they're rooting for you, but they're like, what is he gonna do? Okay, they trust you, don't worry. But feminines, you are a bit challenged by that. But with this carousel horse here, feminines, remember, this is a magical journey and it is make-believe, and the masculines need to know their own divine creatorship power to create the life of their dreams. So yeah, totally let go. What are the masculines challenged by right now? Four of Cups in the reverse, Ace of Wands in the reverse. So regarding the connection, the masculines are actually challenged by not being able, willing, or ready to have a sexual new beginning with the feminine, to unite that way. So for whatever reason, the sexual connection between you is challenged, and the masculines want to have that. Masculines actually deeply desire the sexual chemistry with you. They really, really want to explore that and express it. And they're trying to figure out what this freaky assessment of why the love feels like it's there or not there, and they're balancing out the things from the past regarding that. The Four of Cups is a card that talks about unrequited love. When it's in the reverse like that, it's beginning to see the love that's been there authentically all along. So this sexual beginning, the charge is starting to build. And so the masculines are just a little frustrated, sexual frustration, that this isn't easier yet, that it's not feeling like a green light go, that it's not rolling out more smoothly. And that's partly why they may be spreading their energy too thin and still seeking, still searching outside the connection for some of these answers. What is the card here for the union space? Yeah, galactic transporter, adventure, exploration, and discovery. So feminines, you're discovering your stamina, your truth, your ownership of the love, while this masculine challenges you. And for many, there is this letting go of the possessive codependent templates and really just releasing into the safety of your masculine being this dynamic, charismatic, sexy individual, and just feeling safe in it. So that is an adventure, an exploration and discovery, that you actually have the capacity to be freely loving him at this point, them feminine. And then also for the masculines, this is a time of adventure, exploration, and discovery. So allow yourself the truth of that. Allow yourself the permission of that. Obviously, you are so advanced and masterful that you know when it's not advantageous, when you are on that adrenaline or the ego. So don't do that. You've come too far to do that. But allow yourself the permission to trust yourself, to do this phase with responsible eyes wide open, to see yourself as conscious. There is a bit of a renaissance for the divine masculines right now because they've come into a give no cares kind of energy about what others think. And so it's like kid in the candy shop kind of energy. So at times, you know, teenage rebellion, there have been other phases, masculines, where you've been more in addictions and more in other kinds of things where it's been very reckless. This is an opportunity to see yourself as accountable and not reckless, but still wildly creative and alive. That's a gorgeous energy. Okay, so what is the divine guidance for the feminines regarding their masculines really experiencing their, let's say, sexuality, their charisma, that sort of a thing? Okay, focus on your thriving in your own right. Focus through the illusion that nothing your masculine is doing right now, feminines, has anything to do with your ability to thrive. It's actually a final test, we'll say, because this is the devil energy. This is the lowest, densest, most challenging energy you can have, and yet look at that, you have the ability to thrive in the face of this right now because you are learning that fine level of understanding of autonomy. Nothing your masculine is doing should be taken personally. You are each individual souls connected by the divine. You are safe. This love is safe. You are an incredible being who deserves love, deserves to thrive in your own right. Totally release your masculine right now. Do it. Be sovereign. Just because it's your masculine does not mean that anything they do has anything to do with you in the karmic cleanup department. So keep anchoring that sovereignty. This is again another public service announcement of the twin flame journey. You are sovereign. You are your own unique being, and so is your masculine. This is about becoming bomb-proof with anything that your masculine is doing. Again, it is not about abusive, narcissistic, manipulative, really low vibe stuff. This is the twins who know they are twins. This is not boyfriend, girlfriend. This is not ignorant behavior. This is for twins. So don't get it wrong there. I get a little heated when I think that. Anyways, we're going to go on to this. What is the divine guidance for the masculines that are still in this exploration of the Four of Cups and the Ace of Wands? Ooh, the Artist and the Queen of Cups. The Artist is unique to this deck because this is channeling the aliveness and divine. This is like the King of Wands on. This is the ascended King of Wands, we'll say, for this masculine energy, this becoming. It is in the reverse, so they're 33, I just saw. The angels are protecting this. So you are becoming the grand channeler. You are becoming an instrument of the divine. Even more than a shaman, you are embodying the divine in the waking world, and you are coming into seamless representation of divine light and love. And so as you're coming into this further, there is this recognition of the unconditional love of your Queen of Cups, the divine feminine here, the seer, the psychic, the visionary, your heart, your true heart masculine. So keep understanding the prophecies that your feminine imparts towards you, communicates directly or indirectly. Keep allowing that to minister to your heart while you continue to come home into that embodiment in your own right of your own intuitive guidance. Continue that process of really investigating the nuance, the subtleties, being true to yourself. Divine masculines, the feminines love you because we know that when you are sure in your heart of hearts, and also as a side note, we don't want to convince you to be sure. We want this to be as 100% authentic from you through your free will as possible. Just keep allowing that process to happen, because that's the only energy the feminines truly want you in. That's the only safe energy for these kinds of loves to come in. So keep doing that. What is the card from the Divine Union space? Chamber of Communication, Telepathy, Declaration, and Correspondence. So keep declaring through telepathic communication, twins, the love, the safety, the acceptance, the knowing. Keep sharing that between each other. This seems to be a very independent tandem process at this time for the twins. So just know that everything you are experiencing is an energetic, coordinated effort. You're already in union. All of this is being done together and in our own rights. So keep enjoying the process. Okay, and where is the connection going? Teamwork and forgiveness. Okay, there for the Divine Feminine, there's a letter being written here. So feminine, if there's anything you're still feeling unbalanced about from the past, any concerns, any fears, any perceptions of mistreatment, any misunderstandings, write them out. Purge them by fire, write them out, burn it, say a blessing. Say a blessing. Actually, I just wanted to give a shout out to Loa for my moon calendar, and I'm just going to check where we are in the moon cycle because I'm feeling a nudge for the feminines. Dun, dun, dun. Full moon on the 26th. Earth Day, Mama Earth Day on Thursday. But this is the first quarter moon. Or it just was. Okay, so the 26th, so feminines, there's a little bit of a message here for coming up to the 26th, that full moon. Do a little bit of a intention setting that you're going to purge that, and with this crescent moon here, by the next moon cycle, forgiveness is going to be something that you're really stepping into so that you can be that blank slate and prepared for union to come in. So really do a little bit more self-exploration there as far as what you might be harboring with your masculine, any concerns, any doubts. And for the masculine, we have the Hierophant and the Emperor. Are you kidding? That is the spiritual commitment, and the Emperor is the Father, the King of all kings. As above, so below. This is huge divine masculine energy. So divine masculines, I have full confidence from what I'm seeing in this reading that you're going to dial in that exploration of the Queen of Swords energy, and even if it takes some time to play out in the physical, your heart of hearts and your higher knowing is really going to understand what is real. And, you know, that takes some time to integrate, but it looks as though you are truly stepping up, stepping into it on a new level. And so what is the divine card here? Quantum continuator, self-sustaining systems, fluidity, and abundance. Okay, everybody, we've got our light bodies circulating. Our individual Merkabas are lighting up profoundly, and that is beginning to be a self-sustaining system. This is absolutely awesome, because when we're talking about electromagnetics, as we come into autonomy, each twin activates their light body, and that magnetizes the perfect match that overlays. And when the twins come into union, it clicks and it becomes exponential, and everything that's projected out of that union becomes something of a new template. It is a quantum continuator, And so, twins, you are moving into this degree of alignment that becomes the self-perpetuating motion machine. This is that holy grail of the unlimited portal of divine light and love coming into this dimension through. So as masculines, you're learning to channel your higher knowing, and you're learning these last few discernments of divine feminine energy and empowering yourself. Feminines, you're dispelling fear and stepping into profound clarity and receptivity through forgiveness. This is bringing everybody into that alignment as a crystalline light body that creates the perfect sync that allows for the exponential two shall become one, and all of that energy being magnified into the earth plane through the twins. Wow, and that's card 44. And the angels are still guiding and protecting this. It is coming. Wow, and I'm just being reminded that 44 is this number of I'm hearing perfection, foundation, grounding, landing, and that 43, self-love, that we saw twice in this, is the prerequisite to grounding this. I'm gonna leave it there, everybody. What a cool reading. Bye for now.